Some of our alums have had very long and distinguished careers here at WTVT. So right now, I would like for those of you who have 40 years or more at Channel 13 to stand, if you would, and be recognized. Stay standing, and now we're going to go down the younger ones. Those of you who have 30 years or more at WTVT, please stand. Next up, Frank and I are in this category, 20 years or more, please. Look at the wealth of experience in this room. Thank you very much. Being employed and working there is one thing, romance is another. So a number of people in this room met and married at Channel 13. Water cooler romance. 20 years next year or something. Next week. I've never been good with numbers. Or microphones, yes, I dropped the mic. I understand that Jim Langham prepared to propose to your wife. Is that right, Jim, in the film room? Are you here?
Yep. It's called the Houston room.
The Houston room?
Why?
Is that what they're calling it now?
I don't think it exists in film.
Wait a second.
The film room.
Jim, hold on.
So was it in the dark? I want to know, was it dark in there when you did this?
She wouldn't let me in the dark room.
When you did what?
Film rooms. Is that the dark room?
The film.
Oh, the film storage room.
No, this was the film processing room.
Right.
And it went around the room 50 miles. All the news that came in that she should be telling the story.
Let her tell her.
What? The proposal.
Oh,
What happened with the proposal?
Ooh, it was good. So good it's lasted for 52 years.
They aren't here today, but I was there when sparks flew between Joyce and Mark Pearson. We were in a news vehicle on the way to Lakeland to cover a Christian heavy metal band, and Mark was driving, and I was sitting in the passenger seat, and Joyce was sitting snuggled in the middle. And I'm telling you, something was going on, and that's where it all began. So, any of you?
No, I'm looking now. So Kim and Lloyd.
Any of you who are here today who met and married at the station, please stand.
I can't remember if John and Alan were married before you got there.
We got married while we worked there.
While you worked there, okay.
Kay and Mike came along with Sarah.
That's right. Ruth, Peoples, and Jim Hooper, yes.
Stephanie and Larry.
And Larry, obviously.
Alan and I met actually at JKS in Jacksonville, but we moved to Tampa and we got married while we worked at TVT, but he wouldn't let me tell anybody. So.
Craig and Christy.
Craig and Christy.
Oh, sure.
We met in West Palm.
What?
Right.
We met in West Palm.
But you didn't consummate your relationship until you got to 13.
I had to bungee jump so Craven would hire him. Right, Lloyd?
when Christy was already here, working for Lloyd, let Lloyd do it. Talk about crazy guys with these crazy
Let Lloyd do what?
And so I was trying to get a job here with Craven. Of course, I had to go to Jim Yay.
Where is Craven?
Why
is he not here?
I talked to Jim last
By the
night.
way, please.
I talked to Jim Craven last night. He passes along his regards, and he made one of those very Craven-like statements, like, "I may see you around sunset at CPP." So it'll be the golden hour, the mysterious Jim Craven showing up like a ghost on Passive Hill tonight. Possibly.
Yeah. My favorite. Craig, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So Christian tried to get me a job at 13.
Right.
So Craven says, if you jump live, bungee jump live for us, then I'll hire Craig.
So you did it.
So she jumped live.
What a sacrifice. That's unbelievable. Here's my favorite Craven story. So he and I were sent out to, and Hoop will remember this, 1994, we were sent out to cover the Northridge earthquake, or the aftermath of that. We were out there for the longest week of my life, because there were aftershocks and whatever. Craven taught me, so we got there late at night, and then had to get up early the next morning to do a noon live shot, which meant 9 a.m. there. We haven't seen anything. We're just making stuff up. But we were in serious need of a beer, and so we bought a 6-pack big Corona at one of the few convenience stores that were open, and he showed me how you can open a regular bottle of beer with a Bic lighter. He's the most resourceful guy I have ever met.
I'd like to
And Mike is over there, yes.
Go ahead, Mike.
These are my dearest friends, John and Linda Sizemore, and I was best man at John's wedding, and he was best man at my wedding, but tell us how you met.
Mike and I were taking a few classes at the USF, and he said, let's go by the station where we're going to borrow Bob Fellow's camera and go shoot a story. And I saw this lovely child walking across Studio B, and I said, who is that? And he said, well, that's Linda Rossi. She's the best girl on the floor. I took their word for it.
I wouldn't let them tell that.
I'm not even going to try to explain that. I want everybody to know that when Mike Clark, before John came to work there, Mike Clark said, I know a really nice guy, I think you ought to meet him, I think you get along. I said, Mike, no offense, I don't want to date any of your friends. We've been married 35 years, and Mike is the godfather to our second son.
Okay, one more little aside before I continue. So, my friend Tom Stebbins, who I've known for, 27 years, who grew up in the same little area of New Jersey, about 10 miles apart, Tommy. We didn't know each other up there, but met here, and he's a great guy. We covered Bush 1's inauguration in '89. So he told me about this little gift he has for Bob Barnard. Well, Bobby, I gotta tell you. Bobby only do the Rodney thing. I gotta tell you. So there's apparently a little memento in here. And do I need to mention what it is? The black nickel. It's a nickel. I'm sorry? All right, Tommy, come on up. Tom Stebbins, ladies and gentlemen.
My wife provided the designer bag. I'll make it real short because I forget a lot about it, but basically one day in our St. Pete office I came in and there was a blackened nickel, money, taped to the phone. That was very odd. And then I did something, I found I was Bob, and then I did something for him. And then one day it was taped to the gas cap of my news truck. And then I got resourceful, and where are you, Bob? Right here. You were either engaged or married on your way across the Atlantic, and I snuck it on the plane, and the airline attendant handed it to you in mid-Atlantic. Then she dropped it. She dropped it on, okay.
She dropped it on the tray and over Greenland. So holy shit, the black nickel's here?
Now, what did you do after that? Because I don't remember what you're reciprocating. I don't remember that too well.
I think I sent it to your priest to deliver it to you on Christmas Eve while he's giving you communion. By the way, here's the nickel.
Then there was a time, I think you were still working at it.
We haven't seen each other in 17 years, but the nickel has gone back and forth.
So, then there was a time you were at your parents' place in New York State having dinner, and you lifted up your plate to go to the kitchen, as a good boy does, to bring it to the kitchen to be cleaned. And the note or nickel was under the plate.
It fell to the table, and I was.
So we've been playing this game for how many years now? 15 or 20, something like that?
Probably, yeah.
So you sent that lame nickel down to me, what, a year ago at Christmas? Yeah. Maybe last Christmas?
Yes, where is it? I said, Tom has it.
So yesterday I said to my wife, I've been married gosh, I'm 35 years now, and I said, I'm going to that thing, and she says, yeah, I know, but you got to do something with the nickel. And I said, I'm tired of the nickel. Can you find it? And I said, I know where the nickel is. So she said, it's a perfect opportunity, and I said, well, it's kind of lame at the big get-together to do that. But I figured, if I don't do that today, I'm out of ideas, dude. So here, now, come on up here, Bob. Now, the one thing, I don't know if you've ever seen recently what Bob's been up to, but one of the things, how long ago was this, Bob, with the butterfly at the Smithsonian? Was it like 5 days ago? Okay, Monday. Explain what happened, because you can't use the nickel to buy a set of Q-tips or to pay down any bug spray. But tell them why I'm saying that.
I did a story on Monday. It was Museum Week, and while we were in the butterfly pavilion, a moth from Africa was raised there, flew onto my chest, and during a live shot, it got on my ear and started, humping me. And we just kind of went straight through with it, and when we were done, the photographer I was with said, I think it cracked in your ear. And basically, I'm sorry. The museum curator said, no, it just laid 2 eggs in your ear. Of course, being a fool, I took a picture, the photographer took a picture, we put it on Twitter, and next thing you know, Judy Mose was doing something on CNN about it. So anyway.
Don't spend it, you gotta keep it. Don't put it towards bug spray or Q-tips.
Oh, Bob, there's always been value better more than now with that story. That's great. Another married couple. Yes, Deanna Lawrence and John Brill met at the station.
Yes. And I will just say that John and I were working together, and I was doing the 11 o'clock news at night and the weekends, and he was doing the sports. And we chatted about how you should never date people at work. Because if you do, it can go bad. And then you got to work together. So as he was heading out the door, I said goodnight to him, with just the two of us in there. And he stopped in the door and he turned around and he said, well, if I was ever to break that rule, it would be with you. Oh. And I'll tell you, I was the last to know. I mean, I couldn't believe it. And he went walking out of the room, and I was sitting there like this, and he told me afterwards that he was peeking in to see what my reaction was. And I was a lucky person. I got a great guy, and it's been 34 years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Look the ones I saw over here, Stephanie and Larry. I think we can't leave them out, right?
No.
Well, there's probably people like Kelly who could tell the story better, but Larry and I and Kelly and a lot of us started in '94, a big group of young people when we became Fox from CBS. And we all used to hang out every night and get together. I see Kenyon and Tammy's over there yet. And so we hung out a lot, and Larry kept coming by the edit bay and leaving half-drunk Mountain Dew cans full of wildflowers that he picked in my edit booth. And eventually it won me over, so yeah. 12 years later, we've been married. And I was an editor at the time, and he used to bring me good videotape for the cut. So here, I got a good package for you.
More about Stephanie later.
Okay, so this brings something to mind. I said this the day I retired, that television news is a collaborative effort. There are many moving parts, and if they don't work together, it doesn't work. I want to pay tribute to the videographers and the editors who served the station all those years, along with the production staff. I'm looking at Pete right now when I say that. Peter, you know what I say is true. If we're not on the same page, it just doesn't work. And that's what made and makes the BIG13 the station it is. One of the best TV stations in America, if not the best.